Welcome back to Two Creations, One Creator. I'm your host, Isaac Bush. Today, once again, accompanied by Eli Dunn and John Saylor. I almost said Eli Saylor and John Dunn. That would have been really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
My seats.
How y'all doing? What's good on?
I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I'm actually, I'm beat.
No.
Yeah, but
What time did you go to bed last night?
only like midnight or no 1.
Mm.
But like I don't know. I was just I had to wake up at 6:30, and I said I can't do this to go observe. He had 2-3 hours of sleep and was able to observe those.
Hey, there you go.
I
Eli
don't
Dunn.
know how he's doing that.
That's hard.
Well, he needs hours more than I do right now.
That's
Yeah.
true. You're,
It
you're,
also
you're
made
like
a promise
grind
that
up.
I would go observe.
I have
Exactly.
12 hours
Yeah.
and 52 minutes of observation hours right now.
I have 6.
Yay!
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 Should
See,
have
for-
17 by tomorrow.
Wait, is that like a law?
No, just like in general. Like
You're just
I'm
doing
going
that?
to go for.
I
5
know she said
hours.
something about it. Dr. Butcher, if you're watching, hey, what's up?
You just need to have like 12 to 15.
Oh yeah,
So get on that.
might be cooked.
I went to so we were out until I went to bed, or I went into Hearth at like 2, and then Wesley was just like turning off his computer and whatnot. I was like, "Oh, hello, Wesley," and then we stayed up and talked till 4, and so
Dang.
I woke up at 8, and then started texting people, started to try to get my day going. Went to the bathroom, started to brush my teeth, and I said, "Wow, I'm out of my prime," and then I took myself back to bed and didn't wake up till noon. So
I get that completely. Like I really do get that. But it's touch feet. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh. I
What were you saying?
I gotta go. But I woke up and I took a shower and I was like, ugh. And then I was on Pinterest and I saw this picture. What do you know about Pinterest?
What? No, that's real. Here, keep on saying your story. We'll get into Pinterest in a second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a whole. Yeah. Okay. But there's this picture and it was like morning stretches, and I was like, I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna stretch.
Yeah.
And hey, it made me feel pretty good, bro.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Hey,
That's good.
and I was listening to some news.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
Ark of the Covenant.
Oh,
I
what
was
y'all
not
know
talking
about it?
that, but
Okay,
I did
I
read
saw
that
that.
later. I
Yeah.
was just like, it was like NPR. I don't know. I mean, I never even listened to NPR.
dude.
It was like a little.
No offense.
I don't know. I'm more of like a middle ground type of guy. I don't know. I didn't. It was kind of.
If my news doesn't come through my brother's TikTok feed, I don't hear about it.
Yeah,
real,
if it
that's
does
real.
not come through my TikTok feed, it is not real and it's not true.
TikTok's the only true news source.
Hear me
But
out.
like,
Do you think there's more like true news on TikTok than there is on like actual like
Yes,
I don't know.
absolutely.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Totally.
there definitely is.
Totally.
because I feel like I feel like when true news
Every-
happens, like everyone spazzes out. Like if somebody like. So if something major happens in the world, everyone's gonna be tweaking about it, and so everyone's gonna be posting about it. Or if like there's speculation of this, that, or the other happening, it's gonna still end up in a news article. And so a lot of stuff is speculatory and not like reactions from the people. That's my take
That's real.
as someone who does not have TikTok.
I just don't like trust like anybody.
That's fair.
When it comes to period. No, I don't trust like
Period.
any of that
We
stuff.
need to get
Like,
out.
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But on Pinterest though.
Yes, bro. I love Pinterest. Nothing is better. I've said this to so many people, and I'm going to say it now publicly.
It is the best social media app.
It is the best social media app, and they're a top 7 duo of all things, all time, is scrolling on Pinterest and fishing in Minecraft. That is so uncontested in my head as like a good time. When I was ill, like earlier this school year, I had a day of 5 hours on Pinterest where I was just scrolling on Pinterest and fishing in Minecraft to get
In the
XP.
Minecraft world, are you just like a fisherman? I'm a fisherman for my
Well,
friends.
I've been doing it for XP for the most part, and then after that, I like XP and food. It's good.
I just get like a dopamine rush when like I get like a fishing rod.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I
Whenever
mean?
our book comes up, bro, dude,
and,
it's
then it's
different.
like Curse of Vanishing Horn.
It's like
Oh,
agony.
he's doing it.
Oh, this dude's not even a
That's
senior
not-
kid.
Hey,
Hey,
You
no,
can-
I like
hey.
it. You're
Thank you.
welcome here.
Hey,
Yeah,
welcome,
get
welcome.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Again, Crash Eddie Buck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
That's the title of the podcast.
I like this. I like this. So then I still have no idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
in that case though, should we reveal to John
What it is?
what it
Dude,
is?
I'm
We've
gonna-
not
Wait, no,
told
no.
John.
We'll reveal
I
to
don't know.
John when we get into it a lot, like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
Pinterest though.
but yeah, Pinterest, best social media app because it's the only one that's not social.
I don't know how to use it.
I mean, you can be like I could message you on that, which would be kind of funny.
I didn't know that that was a thing until
Yeah.
Anna Megan said, "Hey, I'm not letting you leave until you add me on Pinterest." And I said, "I didn't even know you could do that. That's
It's-
crazy."
I got her on this pack because
Really?
like the thing is I was talking about my Pinterest
Mhm.
and then I started sending her like these like little dog pictures because that's all mine is. And it's just dogs. It's dogs and sometimes a good quote. And that's it.
Charles H. Spurgeon.
A lot of really bad quotes that are just like,
Yeah, like not
terrible.
good. It's like from like the white girl poetry book.
yeah, it's like, I'm stuck in 2016 on Pinterest.
He was a leaf. I was a flower. He fell to me, but nothing was. I don't know.
Sour.
She believed he lied, that type deal.
Oh
Yeah. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
You're really deep. Makes me cry when I read that.
I get a lot of funny pictures of animals, like marmots. Marmots have been plaguing my
What y'all know
Pinterest
about
recently.
marmots taking baths?
Dude,
dude, I showed my
Oh
dad
my
that
gosh.
over the break. He loved it, dude.
I don't know who I showed the other day that I was watching because like we were I can't remember where we were at, but I just turned it on in the background. Like no, I was okay. We were on break and I was at work and we were eating lunch one day at work. And somebody said something about like it's crazy how much I need like YouTube to eat, right? And I said, "All right, bro, let me turn on a video for you. I be watching these all the time." And I pulled up a marmot taking a bath with a foam shower cream thing.
Dude, I love
And they're
it.
just
It just stands up.
and it's awesome. It's so fun, and he's awesome, and I like him a lot. And they're like, Isaac, why do you watch this? I said, how can you not like this?
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's awesome.
Dude, shout out Exotic Black or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that YouTube channel does what's it called? The Marmot Bath Water.
I introduced my family to the Outdoor Boys.
Yeah,
and I don't. They're D1 haters.
no,
Yeah.
Andy.
Don't know how. I don't think much of my dad, but like the
Okay,
others.
okay, okay.
My dad was just like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, no, that's
I don't
bonkers.
want to say D1 haters, but they're so like, "No, why would you do that?"
For
Which-
fun.
Which I get because like the videos I'm showing them are like him in like 12 feet of snow, freezing to death in the wintertime,
But it's
having to
fun.
make
It's
it.
boy stuff.
Yeah,
it's not
outdoor
fun.
boys.
Why would you?
Oh
do
my
that?
gosh.
Why would you do such? Come on.
Oh,
So it's not D1 hating. It's just they refuse to glaze, which I guess I get.
Right. I suppose that's fine.
They don't understand
Whatever.
it. They don't understand it. Isn't he a Mormon?
He,
Oh.
whoa! I thought he was. I
Oh.
thought he was a calculus teacher.
No.
No, he's
Oh.
as if you can't be both.
I thought he was a math
Oh,
teacher.
no. Oh, you didn't hear?
Vocational Mormon. It's like, yeah,
For vocational Mormon.
yeah. You
What?
didn't hear Mormons
So
can get
wait,
jobs.
he's Mormon.
That's what I heard. I forgot who told me this. Was it you?
Also, what's his profession
Oh.
if he's not a math teacher?
He was a lawyer.
Yeah, he's a
Really?
lawyer.
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Oh my gosh,
In what,
good for him.
Virginia?
Yeah, somewhere like that. That's what
that's not
Chad
even that
said.
far from
Shout out
us.
Chad.
Shoot, I'll hire him. I mean, I don't need a
I don't know
lawyer
if
for
he's
anything, but I
still-
say sue me a lot.
I don't know
so
if
like,
he's still like there though.
maybe.
He sues us for this.
No,
Don't.
I called him a math teacher
Defamation.
by
No.
vocation.
He did not.
And a
like that.
Mormon.
he
He gets mad because I'm making fun of the fact.
He's
he
a
actually
Mormon.
is.
Zach, confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does
Yes.
sue me because I called him a Mormon because he is a Mormon and I made it seem like a bad thing.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not a Mormon. I don't agree with that.
Hey, get on the pod, bro. Get on the pod.
We have outdoor boys on the podcast.
That would be so sick, bro.
That'd be so funny.
We'll be like, yes, in
Amen.
Williamsburg, Kentucky, we have so many outdoors things to do.
You can walk.
Yeah, we got gravel.
On a campus.
We got some dead trees.
Yeah, we got
Dude, we got a subway down the down
Yeah,
road.
That's
hey,
pretty. That's pretty. Outdoors.
That's pretty
We got a
outdoors.
Mexican
Eat
joint
bread.
on the mall.
What y'all
And
know
there's a
about it?
24-hour subway in Jellicoe. Just like
Oh wait, really?
Oh,
yeah.
why would
I didn't know that.
why?
Shoot, hold up, new spot.
Practical.
Yeah.
I
No,
like.
I am
like
not
this.
driving to
'Cause it's-
Jellicoe.
I like
Why?
this.
What? It's literally the same distance. The Corbin Waffle House is 20 minutes from here. The Jellicoe subway has to be like 20 minutes from here.
And
Because
it's gonna be
Jellicoe is like
so
20 minutes from here.
underwhelming. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be the spot because nobody else is there.
Hey,
All right, cool. Where
shout
are we
out-
going?
shout out to Moonbow on like the what's it called? Moonbow Mercantile.
Listen, bro.
What in downtown?
We
Dude,
had, I
bro.
ate another sandwich. I had to, man.
I got this mac and bacon panini, bro.
Malky
I brought
cheese.
these just in case it goes sour.
I get the chicken pesto. Okay.
The word pesto, just like, the pesto, like the word
Okay.
pesto, it bothers me, and I can't.
Pesto,
explain-
pesto, pesto.
Stop
Pesto
it.
Bismol.
It's a chicken and Pepto Bismol sandwich.
Oh, I
With
don't like
melted
thinking
mozzarella
about that.
cheese.
Dude,
And I have a mint in my mouth too, so I'm
counteracting.
adding all these plates together.
Huh?
It's awful.
Is it time to pop a icebreaker?
I got my icebreakers out. I've been nibbling. Whoa, what flavor is that? That's not cherry limeade. Oh,
I
you
got
got the
duos
duos.
now. I went to
Stop.
Grassy earlier to grab.
That's
Jamaica.
What's
Yeah,
that?
You
dude.
did that earlier.
What was the context?
I don't remember.
Okay, anyways, here's one.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay, well, I guess then we'll just go ahead and segue into the meat and potatoes
I
of
love
the
that you all
podcast.
I'm so scared. You have no idea.
Yeah, so Sailor has no idea actually what we're
I've not
talking
prepared
about,
this at all.
but I think
Where's my Bible?
I think that he will have.
Oh, we
I
forgot,
didn't-
we
I
forgot our
didn't-
stuff in the.
Yeah, I left my stuff in my car.
It's okay. I have my Bible here if y'all want me to grab you. it
Well,
real
it's not NLT, so it's not divine.
quick.
Sorry.
Okay.
No.
We're talking about social media
Really?
and its effects on like sexual purity and things of that nature. 'Cause
Okay, we
there's
can
a-
talk about this.
I
Yeah.
was say I feel like there's a lot
Yeah.
of aspects of social media, but I feel like one that like, I'm a podcaster. I need to spread these ideas out. I can't cover them all.
bro.
I'm like, you
Yeah.
know, the same thing.
got
So sexual purity, things of that nature. Because I feel like that's something that all the three of us have all experienced at some
No.
point in our lives.
Just kidding.
I'm outing both of you.
I can't wait to send the link to this to my mom, dude.
My dad cannot see this. I'm so sorry. And
Andy will see this. I'll send him the link.
I'm posting it on Facebook. I'm putting it on my church Facebook page. Yeah.
No, yeah, but like I feel like that there's a lot of bad things in this world, and like
Yeah.
it's not even necessarily it doesn't have to be like, I don't know. It's a stumbling block, I think, in and of itself that people don't really talk about that much, because people talk about like the negative effects of social media all the time. Don't get me wrong, but I think at least with me, when I was like real deep into struggling with sexual sin, it was a consistent issue that would come up on social media. Is that like it would cause me to stumble and then I would fall like flat on my face, right? It was not like I stumbled like whoa.
Whoa.
It was like,
Oh, that was close. That was close. You know, there was no that was close.
yeah,
moment.
it just kind of would always happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all's experiences are with that, so if y'all
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you don't mind, like I can just kind of like tell you my whole lore. When it
yeah,
comes to
bro,
that.
go ahead.
Sending this to Andy.
Whatever. So I grew up with a lot of probably more than I should have had a lot of access
Mhm.
to just computer. And to be fair, I mean I was a kid. I don't think no one expects a little kid to come upon a porn website.
Mhm.
But it was by accident.
Right.
I was really into Ben 10. I found a really weird link.
Is that how everybody started? It wasn't Ben 10 for me, but like,
But like,
Yeah.
it's like you look up
like,
a niche
you-
interest.
Yeah.
exactly, and then
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I got exposed to that. I didn't know what it was.
Mm.
I was like, what, this is weird. But it was I know that there was almost like some weird little like thing that was like ink that was like dropped into like the pool of my mind. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Poetry.
And it spread. Wow, guys.
Poetry. Yeah, no, that was
I see-
beautiful.
I see you
Poetry in
metaphor.
motion. Poetry in motion.
Cue the
Um,
James Harden edit. Stir fries plague. Please continue.
But yeah, so and I also dealing with having that, I guess, in the back of my head. By the time I hit puberty, I guess I knew more ball than I should.
A lot more
Mm.
ink.
And I knew at that time what those certain things I saw were, and I knew, oh, there's something out here that I can look at.
Yeah.
Like I just knew of it, I guess. And so at this time it was not Ben 10, so don't think I'm like weird, guys. It's weird. But but no, but like so I had that, and it was something that all throughout, it started like 5th grade all the way into high school, that it was something that was detrimental
Mhm.
to me.
Mhm.
to my spiritual walk, to all this stuff, and it really tore me away. Um, it messed with my perception of God's mercy as well. So much so that I would quite literally, I would, fall into sexual sin, and I would just go, "Oh, God, forgive me." I became numb.
Yeah.
Did not care. Because like, "Oh, I'm forgiven anyways." That mentality. And the more I got into, my faith, it was really weird because then I was like, "Oh man, what I've been doing," and I felt this massive amounts of guilt. However, finding Christ has also made me realize I'm redeemed, and that this area of my life, though it is, I heard that like tapping. I was like, "Oh, what is that?" You're good. But though like this is something that had really affected me for so long, was almost like a comfort, in a lot of stuff. Like if I was stressed out, you go to that, or if you're sad, you go to that, right? Um, I don't have to look to that anymore.
Mhm.
You know that there's something far better, and there's so much discipline as well that you can learn from backing off. Because if you fall into that fleshly desire and you don't run away, if you try to fight it, you're going to fall. And when you fall, you are rejecting discipline. You're rejecting the man that God is calling you to be.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like, that's my spiel.
No, for sure. I definitely think social media and is a very big stumbling block for most people in that is that
Yeah.
especially when it comes to emotional numbness and or emotional reliance on it.
Mm.
Not numbness. We get numb from the action and repetitiveness of doing it. But the when you're sad and you're stressed and whatnot,
Yeah.
you want a good hit of dopamine, if you will,
Yeah.
right? Like your dopamine rushing and things of that nature.
Yeah, no, I
And
completely
when you're
get
on TikTok, Reels, things of that, all these dang little social medias, right?
Yeah.
I think it just kind of triggers that same you get that dopamine, that rapid dopamine, and our attention span is losing and whatnot. That is pretty much only other rivaled by sexual sin, pornography, things of that nature.
And it's such an interesting combo as well because, I've dealt with things of going on, Instagram or TikTok. Oh, I just had a long day. I'm just going to go, scroll, get
Yeah.
the dopamine, right? And you're doing this and you're doing this. And then you run into someone who's looking a little provocative, right? Doing
Mhm.
something provocative, right? Something you shouldn't be seeing.
Right.
And then one thing leads to another.
Mhm.
Temptation leads to another. And it's crazy. It's just this downside effect.
Mhm.
And it is killer.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, I would agree
Hey,
that
guys, it's not
great.
good. Yeah.
This might be a hot take. Social media and falling into sexual sin are not good things.
Listen, my advice, what I picked up on, I've had to start putting blocks on my phone,
Mm.
like limits and stuff.
Mhm.
And what I found is wow, life is so beautiful outside of my screen, guys.
That's real.
But not even that though. My temptations.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because as much as the enemy can attack, sometimes you're attacking yourself,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
and that is a big thing that a lot of people are just falling into it themselves.
Yeah.
And they're not being cautious enough. And so setting for young men and women, y'all put blocks on your phone where you have 15 minutes. Like I have it where it's I can go on it 5 times a day for 15 minutes. And usually I don't use all 5,
Right.
and you'll realize I've been on there for 15 minutes and it says stop. You're like, oh man, that was 15 minutes. Oh. Just
Right.
nothing. You kind of, come on, I can do something better.
I didn't do anything with this 15 minutes.
Yeah, it makes you want to focus more on reading literally the Bible, quite literally. You want to be more locked in.
Locked
Locked
in.
in.
And,
Throwback. Oh wow.
Whoa.
What y'all know about it?
yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. What about you, John?
Yeah, John. What you got going on over there? What
you got?
thinking
What
about?
you got?
Shoot. My brain's empty, but I was like, wow. Pretty much everything he said, exact same circumstance, man. And especially when you get to that state where it's just oh well, I'm gonna be forgiven.
Yeah.
I think about that because I was like, I'm a PK dude, so I was
Hey.
yeah, dude. I forget we both are. Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I can tell.
No.
yeah.
Just kidding.
But yeah, when you're in that state, there's 2 ways it can go. Because for me, it's like it was either like, oh yeah, I'll be forgiven anyways, but then you still carry around that guilt.
Yup.
Or then like it's like, oh, I've done something wrong. I'm going to hell.
Yup.
And
Listen,
then
it completely like flawed like my understanding of salvation.
yeah, dude, bro,
Like,
that's like why we like both kind of had like a weird deconstructive breakdown like
yeah,
in the fall.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hey guys, you should
Hey.
go to that one episode we did that one time.
The locked in one.
No,
Episode. Oh, the other one.
Oh, like the first one. Oh, the first one.
yeah,
The first one. Frick, what was the episode? for
table
that?
talk.
That was about.
Oh, table talk.
That's
bro.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
table talk was hard.
But listen,
dude.
That was a good episode.
like if it teaches a lot of like if you're gonna like really like talk about like the Eucharist or whatnot, like it does teach a lot of high church stuff has a lot of things to also do with like a lot of authority.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think when you are very undisciplined,
Yeah.
in things like sexual immorality or any type of area,
Mhm.
finding a thing that holds such
A stronghold. Yeah.
it has such a strong hold of like faith
Mm-hmm.
and is so like established,
Mhm.
it kind of helps you, I guess, have a clean cut. It puts you in a more of like a clean cut mold, I guess. I don't know. That's what I've kind of noticed as well. Side tangent. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. The thing is, hey, not to sound like totally Catholic here. However, I really rock with the sacrament of confession, right? Not saying I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it has to be through a priest, right? I'm sorry if that disappoints some of y'all, but it's like the thing is the fact if you can go to somebody who is spiritually wise enough to guide you through. I don't like leaning in. I realize how close I am now. But if you're just listening on a drive, that's probably sounds weird. Point is, if you go to somebody who's spiritually wiser than you and you're just looking at them and you're like, hey, I fell into sexual sin, you know, and they can give you solid advice and you know that you're going to have this conversation every single time that you fall into sexual sin, at some point, your brain's going to be like, hey, maybe I should stop doing
It's like if you have a
this
really bad
crap.
habit and every time you do it, you smack yourself in the face.
Exactly.
You're gonna condition
And
yourself.
it hurts, bro.
Hey, Pat
Big
Law,
psych
shout
over
out.
here. Big psych.
Oh, yeah, look at that smile.
right now.
Look at that smile.
Hey, Zach, say something. Say something
Say
about say psychology.
Psychology.
Oh, I see you, Freud.
Yeah. Hey, love you, Zach. He's our psych major.
We love you, Zach.
This dude's mastered classical conditioning, dude. It's
Right.
sick.
But well, okay, that's also another aspect of it that I think is
Anesthesia?
interesting is because like
Yeah.
with classical conditioning being like something that does happen in our lives just in like different ways. Like for me, every time that I enter in my house back home, I always immediately have to use the restroom because every single day after school for the past like 5 years, I would enter into my house and then go use the restroom. And so I've conditioned myself to whatever I just enter in my house, I need to use the restroom. Similarly, it got to a point for me, like a couple years ago, for me, where I would be they don't know that. The concept of music weeps when Low Shimmy steps into the studio. But
Hey, shout out.
hey, shout out.
Shout out, shout out.
Anyway, whatever I would get on social media, it would be like literally maybe 3 minutes before I would start getting tempted, right? And like so it just became such a thing where I would get conditioned where I conditioned myself from going to like Instagram, then like getting tempted and then falling into sexual sin. And I think so. I joke about it all the time. So I'm no longer on Instagram. Like I don't run any Instagram accounts. For those who don't know, it's because I had a buddy in middle school who I had not talked to for so long, and then a fake account, a scam account with his name and whatnot, DM'd me, and we talked from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And he finally said, "Hey, can you send me a link to like a login link?" I sent him it, and I got logged out of my account, and I never really cared to make a new Instagram again. Low key, upon further review, we went to the booth for this one. Could have been divine intervention because like it was such a like detriment and a thorn in my side that I would be on Instagram and then immediately get tempted and then immediately fall into sexual sin. Like just like a very frequent chain of events. And then I remember it like stopping and my progress in that struggle and in that battle had like gone up exponentially since I deleted Instagram, right? And so I was like, oh shoot, I didn't realize that was like playing such a big role in it. But I think it was because it just got to a point where I was conditioned to like go from one to the other,
Yeah.
and like chain of events. I don't know if y'all resonate with that, but like shoot, that's something I
I
experienced.
think there was like it triggers
Mhm.
a very big thing, having like those type of chain reactions almost. Yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes it could literally just be like a thought that spawns of something you saw.
Yeah.
And then it goes into, okay, well, whatever. It's out of my mind. It's not out of your mind.
It's just back there.
Yeah. If you're complacent and stagnant with your thoughts, it will creep. It will not go away.
Mhm.
And that's what would happen. You know, you go on social media, whatever, you see something else, and you're like, ah. It's like it's awful. And so, yeah, then it spirals out.
Yeah.
Completely get it. Awful.
That sounded like the Mario, like,
Whoa, yeah.
yeah, that's what we do whenever we get on social media. So we whoa. No, that's real though. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different facets to it, like, because I'm no scientist, right?
Mm.
But like, again, with dopamine, with like chemically, I feel like there's a lot of things that go into it. I think there's a lot of things that go into it with like Pavlov over here, bell ringing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even know. Just like simple things of like, yeah, self-discipline has been something that we've kind of talked about in this
Yeah.
podcast. Like,
Yeah.
there's like, it is accessible. Like temptation is so easily able to be sought out on social media platforms.
Yeah, because I think it's comfortable.
Right.
Temptation is found in your comfortability.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And like, it's very easy for us to have gone out of our way to like, yeah, I can just like look at this. It's not harmful. And then you do, and then
the
it's
thing is,
like,
in the back of your mind, you know it is.
right.
That's the thing that kills me.
And it's really interesting. Like that duality of like,
It's the flesh.
you think that it's not, and then it really is, and you know it is.
Mm-hmm. That is quite literally having that. That's when I think those moments are when you have to discipline yourself to uncomfortably pray
Mm-hmm.
and be honest. Your walk with Christ, you find your comfort in Him, but you should understand that if you are completely close with Christ, your flesh will want to most of the time rebel against everything of what you stand for.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you're always going to feel like, but when I am saying it's, expect that.
Yeah.
And if you are with Christ, if you are seeking Him in all of this, like, no, you're good. You're good. I'm just like, oh yeah, look, there's a beat. I'm listening to a beat,
A rhythm.
No, but like, yeah, no. If you're going to see Christ, expect the uncomfortability of it, because that is also where you're going to be able to find, I think, almost probably the most progress.
For sure.
Especially when it comes to sexual sin, you keep your eyes on Christ. And if you keep your eyes on Christ, you will want to reject it.
Mm-hmm.
But what's important is that you still keep them there.
For sure. And that's something that, like, seeing gains like through that is that like, I think so. Okay, my buddy back home, back in the day, me and him had an ever accountable. Shout out. We love that. Ever accountable is basically this, like, you could see what's going on their phone and it alerts them.
Yeah.
Right. Super useful stuff.
Mhm.
Right. And I think that there's a way to set it up for social medias, whatnot.
Yeah.
Either the dude blatantly lied to me and I was convinced, or what's it called? Or there is a way to set it up that it just sees stuff on social media too. But like, that's what was happening. And because of that, I was off social media less. And because of that, it helped me so much in my spiritual walk, because I was like taking my eyes off of social media, fleeing that temptation. Again, Kingdom McKay, shout out.
Hey,
Always says, don't even step into the ring, right? And like,
Yeah.
that's what the Bible teaches, is don't step into the ring.
Yeah.
And like, essentially for me, for a very long time, social media was the ring. And like that, or at least that was the stadium. If it wasn't the actual ring, it was the
The way
stadium.
I think about it, like, if you don't want paint on your hands, why are you going to Lowe's to buy some paint? What I mean,
Ooh, that's a good
what I
point.
mean
Oh,
is,
It's exactly like that. He said,
what I mean, it's like,
watch out, Pastor.
Lowe's shout out.
Low shout out.
I guess. What I mean though, it's why are you? Okay, yeah, you don't want to go watch porn. All right,
Right.
good. I'm glad you don't. But what are you doing now? Talking about it all the time. What are you
Mhm.
doing now if you are you know, having issues just, you know, with your buddies chatting it up. Hey, you see that one girl? Oh yeah.
Right.
Woo! You know what I mean? Like that's killer.
Why are you dancing around the subject? Like you're just like,
Exactly.
what's it called? You're still there. You're still
Yeah.
present. You're just like
Yeah,
walking around.
I get it.
I will
And
fire
like,
everything.
you know, like listen, I'm guilty of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, for sure. I am too.
Oh yeah.
And it's something that is a struggle, but I think almost there's something like in people where we just like naturally want to be like second dudes, I guess, but
Yeah.
you have to refrain from that.
Yeah.
You know, there's life in your tongue, and that
Yeah.
also means, you know, stop chatting it up or stop revolving yourself around things, dancing around a bigger issue
Yeah.
For sure.
that will kill you.
And keeping yourself with righteous company, like people
Yeah,
like that are
okay.
actually in pursuit of that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
is very beneficial and very helpful to that. And like to keep us accountable for
Yeah.
it, especially because it's such like it's like how you were saying, like it's such a private thing where like if you go and talk to somebody that's a mentor to you in the faith or like more spiritually mature, you're gonna realize that you're having this conversation over and over again,
Yeah.
right? Even how much more so with your boys, like
Yeah.
you wanna go have a good time, but you have to you have to confess this to them, and like they'll be merciful and whatnot in it, but it's still like I don't want to have to like
Yeah, it's
let
like,
my boys down, you know?
I mean, like, listen, like, I'll be honest, like, you know, if like I commit any like type of sin, like I know is like not good, like I'll go up to John and be like, bro,
Oh yeah.
you know, and he'll do the same, you know, and,
Mhm.
like it sucks, you
Yeah,
know,
dude.
because even though like I'm extremely close with him, you know, it's still like awful.
Yeah.
to,
Right.
Like, have to be like, hey man, sorry to bring the mood down, but guess what I just did?
Yeah, we were having a great day, dude. And you
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's also like it just goes off script of like what a normal day would be like. So
Yeah.
like we're so like joy and whimsy and and like
I fell into lust. And then just everybody's
type of thing, right? Where everyone's like, okay, but like, well, okay, that's obviously not how the conversation goes. It goes prayerfully and
yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah,
like,
You
like
have
it's
some friends who will pray for you.
yeah.
in the moment too. Yeah,
In the
that's something
moment.
that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Like in the frick, I just picked myself with the.
Somebody write that down. What's the time?
What's the time? What's the time? What's the time?
It's
Or should we
32.
just keep it? No.
I just pitched myself with this tape measure.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow, what was I about? Oh yeah,
Hey, here, let's have Zach confiscate that.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. We have too many toys.
Too many toys. This guy.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
my turn, I think.
yeah. You have him.
I want it. I want it.
No, but yeah, but like praying, genuinely praying in the moment, like both with your just yourself, how Eli was saying, like when you are tempted, but then also like with your boys, like if one of us were tempted right now, I could so easily just say, hey, like timestamp this part of the podcast, edit it out, whatnot, and we could pray over them, and that's what we
Yeah.
should be doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because Jesus did not neglect to pray and like be with people in the moment that he was with,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, bro.
He wasn't. He was like, oh, okay, I'll do it later. He did it then.
Please pray for my leg. It is awful and going to fall off. And Jesus did not go.
Yeah, I'll do it in 2 to 3
I'll
business
get
days.
to that, man.
Yeah.
Right.
When I go to
He
bed.
went-
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh,
Jesus.
It's wild.
There's a no. Okay, so that's so in I didn't see this, but my buddy Bargo and hey, shout out Bargo,
Shut up. Bubba.
and I think it was Jacob York. Also shout out Jacob York, but they were watching Mr. Beast, and like this dude and like in the video. I don't remember what the context of it was, but just like had his hand stuck out and was saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I think it's really funny.
dude.
But
I need to look.
that's like high key what we need to be doing in those moments. We need to be reaching our hand out,
oh.
and praying to Jesus.
Well, yeah, completely.
Oh.
I completely agree with that. But I don't know. Something also, it's like as much as I think social media though, that's like just a big thing. That's just like really on my mind lately. I know it's kind of going back.
No, yeah.
But like something that just keeps getting me because even if it's not in lust, like what I found is it brings out so much laziness.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
you know, you don't think of like I guess like for me, like I never thought about like man, I'm being tempted to be lazy
Yeah.
because I don't see it like that. But quite literally, it's like oh man, I can't wait to go on my phone and sit on a couch and ignore everything in my life.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, not good. That's probably not the
Big
healthiest
no.
thing that
Oh, yeah.
you can do.
Right.
Also, other thing, if you are tempted, make a rule to yourself that you are not going to go to your bedroom and lay on your bed or anything like that until you are exhausted and need to fall asleep.
That's real.
Real.
that just came to my mind. I heard that somewhere like a few years ago, and I was like, "That's bars.
Yeah, bro.
That's bars. Do not lock your door
Mm-hmm.
unless you're gonna go pray.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
like have these things in front of you. Make a schedule with yourself. I think a big thing that was really getting me, falling into lust and falling into laziness, falling into my crudeness,
Oh yeah.
any of these things, it is not disciplining yourself to wake up at a certain amount of time and go to bed at a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Get what you need to do done and then call it a day.
Real.
A real productive day, a day that is worth giving, a day that is worth something,
Mhm.
is a day that is not spent folding away to your own devices.
Real.
It
Real.
is a day that is used in prayer. It is a day used in giving. It is a day that is used in production.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not saying you have to wake up every day and carry the boats, but you should find consistency with yourself. As much as it sucks, because I hate waking up in the morning. He witnessed this.
Oh yeah.
I was supposed to observe this morning. I was like, I can't because we were out late and he even got less sleep. I don't know how he did that.
I got 3
But-
hours of sleep.
But still,
Dog.
that is a dog move. I didn't need him as much, but like, still, if you don't want to wake up 6:30, don't wake up 6:30. But wake up at 8, and eat healthy.
Mm.
Go on a walk.
Mm.
If you're tempted, do some push-ups, dude. I am not like, bro, like,
Yeah. Another thing, serve the people around you.
Uh-oh.
Some of y'all,
yeah.
Some of y'all out here. The thing is, I've noticed something even within myself.
Mhm.
I will stay secluded all day. I won't talk to nobody.
yeah,
and
you
that's when you'd fall into sin, right? Now, you go out and you just go find people. If you see their needs, you help them out.
Mhm.
Work yourself down. You
Now-
know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this: if you
Hit the pillow.
hit the pillow,
Hit
bro.
the pillow.
Hit the pillow.
And then that's it. You ain't going to be thinking about nothing else because you're tired.
And here's my thing: if you think you have too much time on your hands, find one of your friends and tell them, "Hey, let's go do something." Boom. That's it.
Whoa.
We make it so difficult for ourselves by doing nothing at all.
You don't even need another
Facts.
person.
You don't,
Bro, go on a
You gotta
walk.
do things.
Go on a walk.
Go. There's
Make some money.
Yeah, for sure. And we take what's it called? The gifts that God has provided to us, like so we neglect them. That's what we end up doing, right? Because He has provided us breath, He has provided us life to be able to go do things. Hopefully, in like areas that are allow us, like if it's like downpouring rain, okay, maybe going on a walk or like take a stroll outside, go driving, whatnot, things of that nature might not be the easiest thing to do.
Read a book.
But you could read a book. You could get the Bible.
Uh-oh.
Go read a Bible. Go, what's it called? Hey, when was the last time that you called your mother?
When was
Right.
the last time you
Call-
picked up
call
a
it.
new hobby?
Yeah, real. Dude, so real. That's my thing. Is that like when I started this year, I made a list of things that I wanted to get done because I'm like, okay, I'd be late, I'd be slothful, and when I say it started this year, this was February. I was slothful and lazy, and
Yes,
I acknowledged that, and so I was like, okay, cool. I need to start doing stuff to like be productive through my day, right?
Yeah.
And so I've like picked up new hobbies. I want to strive for different things, and it's made me like realize how much time I actually have to that, especially when I am like staying off of social medias. I didn't have social medias. It was mostly YouTube Shorts. I've deleted YouTube since that because like, we don't like scrolling around here unless it's on Pinterest sometimes. And again, pro Pinterest, but like, it has its flaws too. Hey, Pinterest
yeah.
ain't
The ads are
infallible.
terrible.
The ads are
Oh
I
yeah.
was talking to
abysmal,
Kayla
bro.
about this,
Yeah.
bro. It's
Yeah.
genuinely awful, bro. Because every single one, it's first of all, it's Temu, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is
Temu?
bad. Because we got
Yeah, team is
all
rough.
these crazy vile ads that I begin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Timo has really good. It's good for shopping, but like it's so vile, very vile.
Very.
I don't trust the products.
That's fair. I prefer DHgate.
Why, John?
Shout out. But point is, point is that like every social media definitely has its downside. I
Yeah.
like Pinterest a lot, but point is, wow, I've said point is like 4 times. and
Yes,
that's
it's
the
okay,
thing.
man.
It's okay. It's okay.
Now try to start your next sentence without saying it.
Shoot. Okay.
The thing is,
The thing is, yeah. is that
You're a cheat, dude. You're a cheat, dude. Why did you have to use that?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
literally
you're
the same
supposed to
thing.
use dude. Yeah, I was just supposed to like, get you rolling.
right. But deleting YouTube Shorts was drastically beneficial in that,
Yeah.
in that I like I'm just not as lazy anymore. I'm taking up less time in my day scrolling, doom scrolling, if you will, on YouTube Shorts, and I'm being more productive. I'm reading more. I'm listening to more music, which call that productive if you want to call that
Eh.
productive. But like it's
I
stuff
think
that
it can be.
I was say. I think like intentionally listening to music and also worshiping, two different things, but like both of those things are inherently productive, and I've been doing them both more. I won't say inherently productive. You can listen to an album unproductively. However,
Oh yeah.
it's something that I wanted. It's a goal that I had set that I want to like listen to 75 new albums this year, and so
Which one you want now?
I think I'm in my 20s. So
Oh, that's cool.
Dang,
like
bro.
we're making progress.
What's the best album you've listened to?
I would have to think on that way too much. That's a
Get back to it.
post pod discussion. But basically, since deleting YouTube Shorts, since no longer like finding myself doom scrolling with the occasional Pinterest, right? I have noticed that I am much more like productive. I'm using the term productive very lightly, as most people would say listening to music and reading a book might not be productive, but like they're productive in my head. So I'm good.
It can be. It just depends on how you're using it.
Right.
I mean, because like there's like smut books out there, like, that's not pretty productive,
Wow.
Yeah.
But if you're reading a self help book, or if you're reading a book that is helping you in one way, like for example, I got an Anthony Bourdain book for Christmas,
Right.
and like, I'm not. I mean, like I guess like I'm sort of like learning about food, but like for most of it, it's kind of just him ranting,
Mhm.
kind of almost like little mini essays each chapter. However, what I find is like, reading something like this, very kind of random almost, you find such a new appreciation, for the writer. You find new appreciation for the food, for the cultures that he's talking about, that type of stuff. It doesn't have to be like a self help book, because like low key, like if I see a self help book section at Books A Million, I'm gonna go absolutely not.
Right.
I'm not gonna read that.
No, for
So,
sure. For sure. And I definitely think that there's certain levels to it. But like the main thing is that like when I'm being less slothful, I get tempted less. And whenever I'm being inherently more what I'm deeming productive, I am being tempted less while doing it. Because in my head I'm doing something already productive, getting like healthy dopamine is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
From something that I am doing instead of this like
Listen,
this is me scrolling
and
dopamine.
I heard a few years ago, there's this guy and he was saying, let yourself be bored.
Mm.
If you notice that you are like, oh man, sitting it,
I want to do something. Right.
let your mind do what your mind's supposed to do.
Right.
Because for thousands and thousands of years, this is what people have had to do. They sit, and they think, they ponder, and you get good things out of that. If you are completely just making your brain fueled by a screen,
Mhm.
nothing's going to come out of that.
Right.
Phone addiction comes out of that. Porn addiction comes out of that. Nothing good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
And that's not to say like we have all been placed here by God in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time frame, and so like social media, it can be beneficial and you can contact
There is a
people,
way. Yeah.
but like I would say in most, this might be me generalizing. This is me generalizing. I think in most people's walks, social media has more of a negative impact on their
Yeah.
faith than it does a positive one. There
Agreed.
can be positive aspects, and that's why I think social media needs to be regulated in our faith.
I agree.
I don't have anything other than Pinterest and occasionally Facebook for Marketplace, and then and that's about it. I love Marketplace,
Dude, let me get on your marketplace sometime.
dude. It's literally just clothes, old jerseys, and loafers.
Dude.
And listen, I'm very almost tempted to like get rid of like Instagram, or at least making it like 5 minutes a day or something. Like because like
Right.
quite literally like I'm getting insane reels.
Oh my gosh,
So
no,
it's
Instagram
so
Rails are
bad.
crazy, bro.
I
It's mental.
got some like Jewish ethnicity in me. So let me preface this. Today I was on Instagram and I'm getting like actual like Nazi sympathizing videos. Like, and it's just there. I'm not liking these videos.
Right.
I'm not reacting to them. I'm just like, what is this? and they're everywhere.
Mhm.
Or these type of videos of like people like just getting killed, or like people like,
Mhm.
nah, I'm lucky. I'm not. I think I've only seen like one or two in the past year of that. Praise God. But
But it's like
it's like
crazy how
insane.
how everything's there.
And why is that allowed? Or it's like if you go to like Twitter or something.
Mhm.
I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, neither do I.
I refuse. Because if you just type in the word like gore,
Yeah, you're gonna see.
it's
a bunch
you're
of-
gonna see everything. Or same thing with like, you can get just free porn
Mhm.
on Twitter. That's terrible.
Everything's so accessible nowadays.
It's so
And it's
bad.
just very, very bad. Who would have thought?
And not
but-
and also just talking about like it completely ruins your perception of what sex should be.
Yes.
It completely ruins it takes the holiness out of it
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
completely. Phew. That's just it just makes me sick.
It absolutely does.
Like
Yeah.
and as much as that it exploits like sex trafficking,
Mhm.
that type of stuff, that's a whole other thing.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's so bad. If you can remind yourself when being tempted that that's what you're being tempted with, literal Satan,
Yeah.
things get easier. I've done this at least once where I got tempted and I stood up and I said, "Yeah, you want me to do that, don't you?" Talking to Satan. Yeah, you want me to, huh? No, I'm not. And like it was like kind of goofy, but like at the same time,
no, real.
bro, it works.
And we have the power in Jesus' name to
Exactly. Be vocal in your walk. If we are called to believe, we are called to speak.
real.
And
Oh.
that's Second Corinthians right there.
Mhm.
And so do that.
Mhm.
Do that to others, but do it to yourself. Remind yourself of the goodness of God. Remind yourself of his mercy, his grace, and what he delivers you from.
Mm.
Not just, oh, he delivered us once. No, it is a continual deliverance that never goes away. For his mercy is enduring.
Oh.
Remind yourself of that.
Absolutely.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. That's real. That's real. Well, this has been a short little
Yeah.
episode, but we have class, and by we I mean literally not me at all.
Just
Me.
Eli.
Just simply Eli has class
Me.
in 20 minutes.
I gotta sing.
So do y'all? That was good, man.
Thanks.
But y'all got any more final thoughts on this?
Safari isn't your friend.
Real,
Instagram's not your friend.
real,
TikTok isn't your friend.
real,
Facebook isn't your friend, I guess sometimes. YouTube's not your friend.
real.
Pinterest is. Moral of it all.
But
Except
Pinterest is your unsaved friend.
Yeah. He's like still a nice guy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't really get it yet.
to elaborate, to finish off with what I'm trying to say, these things are awful and evil, and you need to realize that these things are only care about nothing of you.
Let's be radical. Delete social media.
Hey, man.
I've had it. Just delete social media. I've been off for Lent, and I feel great, dude.
Yeah,
That's how I'm able to wake up at
Hey.
6:30, bro.
Hey,
that's
Dude,
real.
Listen,
I deleted. Oh,
this
you
is my
go.
biggest flex. I woke up at 6:30 like 2 times this week. That's it. As if I didn't sleep until 11 at one point. I'm not perfect.
Real. I deleted such.
That's it. Stop looking at me.
I deleted all
don't
my.
smile.
Oh.
I know you're smiling behind that camera.
Stop. Stop. This is a serious episode. Stop.
Yeah, I deleted my social medias last year, and it just makes a world's difference. And I mean, I installed them every once in a while because like I need to hit a dopamine, and that's not good. That literally contradicts
Okay.
everything that we have said, and I'm working on not doing that.
Yeah.
And I definitely do it less than what I used to when I first deleted it, and that's
bro.
good because that's the Lord's self-control that He's provided. For
Yeah,
me.
man.
But with that being said, yeah.
Yeah.
Two creations, one creator on Instagram and
Yeah, dog.
TikTok.
That was so inappropriate. You know what? Just fax us or something, dude. I genuinely. It's like, send us an email, dude.
I realized I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no. Let's not.
Well, okay,
Isaac has a pager. You just like,
Here's my page.
yeah. Here's the thing: is that we have not posted what's called clips recently, mostly because I'm trying to decide whether or not the extra work that comes with making clips has made this become more legalistic for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to be legalistic. This is so that way I can edify
Yeah.
edify Christ through my walk
Completely. Yeah.
and through doing this.
Yeah.
And like amongst other things, and I would like to put out Christ edifying content. And so we've not posted anything on there. So like shoot, follow it if you have it. But like I'd rather you delete social media than follow
Just
my
delete it.
social
Give
media.
up. Stop.
Give up.
Run the race with endurance.
But what you should do is follow us on Spotify and Apple. Also, two creations, one creator.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
not too terrible.
there's still bad stuff on there, but
Just don't
like
go there.
you know,
Go
if you're
here.
listening to this,
We miss you.
podcast, you listen to it somewhere. So like you know,
Yeah.
follow us wherever you're listening. That's just what I'll say.
Whoa.
All right. With that being said, love y'all.
Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Have a lovely weekend.
Be good.
Hey, see y'all.
See ya.
All cameras.
Okay.